friends. Welcome to my TED Talk. Oh my gosh, whoa. TED Talk, TikTok. They're basically the same thing. Lols. Anyways, Windsor wants us to talk about something that interests us. And as interesting as the size of yogurt containers are, I think music is a lot more interesting. Also, hot take. Greek yogurt should not be allowed to call itself yogurt. I'm not even sorry for saying that. Anyway, since this is supposed to be something of interest to us, I shall talk about music. More specifically, the price of concert tickets. And in many instances, the price of pop concert tickets, as this has different elements to consider. After reflecting and reviewing the slides for this class, I have come to realize that concert tickets can relate to so many topics of pricing that we have learned. So for the sake of time, I will highlight the few that relate the most. I will touch on monopoly power, consumer perceptions, use and exchange value, ticket scalpers, and much more. Now hop in. Let's do this. So just some initial obvious observations to start off. Concert tickets are hella expensive. Not just pop tickets. All concerts are. And the more popular the artist, the more expensive the price will be. I am embarrassed to say that I have easily spent thousands of dollars on concerts during the past 4 years of my college experience. I have been to roughly 22 concerts since college, and considering I had only been to 2 prior to college, there is definitely an upward trend. Anyway, yes, we all know how expensive concerts are, and what's appalling is the fact that they are as expensive as they are simply because they can be that expensive. If people are willing to pay that much, then they will charge that much. That being said though, most concert tickets are around the same price, give or take $100. If the most expensive concert tickets usually cost $200, no one would then charge $700 out of nowhere because no one would buy it. This is just like the college tuition example we learned about. College is expensive because people are willing to pay it. For example, Travis Scott's company be planning his concerts like, well, Post Malone charged this price for his floor seats. So I think we can charge this price for Travis seats. If Travis were to sell tickets for like $2,000, people would be like, WTF? Why is it so much? My rent costs less than this. All artists gotta charge around the same as others. Otherwise it would be questionable and would reflect poorly on the artist. The perceptions of customers and their willingness to pay is the most important and widely used strategy when it comes to concerts. It can also be seen throughout the other strategies I will touch upon. Moving on to briefly talk about monopoly power. Musical artists have extreme monopoly power because there is only one of them. There is only one Ariana Grande. Sure, there are other pop artists similar to her, but there is only one Ariana. No one says, I will substitute Ariana by seeing Billie Eilish instead. That doesn't happen because they are not the same. This kind of double dips with price sensitivity as well. Considering sensitivity factor number 1, there are no substitutes for musical artists. If you want to see Ariana Grande, you will either pay the ticket price or not. No one would rationalize by saying that seeing Billie is the same thing. Because it's not. Each artist offers unique benefits that can't be replicated in another artist. Now diving into use value and exchange value. I love concerts, especially pop concerts. If BTS sells tickets for $300, I'm like, oh shit, this is great, because I would easily spend $400 without blinking an eye. In this instance, the use value exceeds the exchange value. As mentioned before, perceptions are everything. I, just as many other fans, perceive BTS as a juicy slice of talent and would sell my soul to Satan for them. Because I perceive them this way, I am willing to pay whatever is needed to see them. That being said, there are people out there that know that I am willing to risk it all for them, so they take advantage of that. This is an example of arbitrage. These snake-ass bitches are called ticket scalpers. Would you believe that back in 2017, BTS had their first US tour and tickets sold out in like 5 seconds? Then I rapidly go to StubHub and see tickets being sold for $10,000. I shit you not, $10,000. And what's crazier is that those were selling out too. Not gonna lie, I considered checking out Seeking Arrangement in order to fund this concert. This definitely elevated BTS image because people were willing to spend so much money to see them. I knew people that didn't plan on buying tickets, but once they had to add another show date, they were now trying to buy tickets for the new date. This also dips into similarities with the art market. BTS are popping off and tickets are getting more expensive, which only makes people more interested in them. They are considered popular, so everyone wants to go so that they can gain clout. BTS are a Picasso painting now, and everyone wants to buy it. Because pop has become so popular in the US, it's become a separate community from others. Fans believe pop is a must and all the artists are lumped together into the same group. You can't just go to one. You gotta go to all of them. If you like one pop artist, odds are, you love all of them and want to see them all. Money is not a concern in this instance. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. Pop fans are price insensitive to pop concerts because it's a necessity to them. If you go to all of them, people will envy you and think of you highly. Additionally, referring to sensitivity factor number 4, most fans believe that going to a concert will leave more and benefit than the price it costs to go. I went to 5 pop concerts in the spring of 2017. My friends and I, 3 years later, still think back about how we were finessing and living our best lives. I know I spent a lot, but I could not tell you how much I spent because the price is irrelevant to me. The end benefit trumps the price I paid. Tying into sensitivity factor number 9. Pop obviously does not come from America, it comes from Korea. So if a pop group comes to the US, it's exciting and everyone freaks out because there was no guarantee. I see EXO coming for $330, so I'm like, oh hell yes. I'm not sensitive to price because there is a limited supply of pop artists performing in the US. Additionally, there is a high demand because everyone wants to go, which makes supply even smaller. Buying pop tickets should be an Olympic sport. I'm out here with my friends trying to buy tickets. 4 laptops and 6 phones deep. You're competing with thousands of other bitches to get these seats. And sometimes people go to multiple show dates of the concert. You think, they may never come back to the US, so I should stock up and go to all of them. It's me. I'm bitches. Additionally, pop is funnily enough in higher demand in the US than it is in Korea. In Korea, pop is everywhere so they have become desensitized to it. In the US, fans freak out and go crazy for pop because it's not a common thing. When I was studying abroad in Korea, this pop artist named Mino was performing at this club. I got into the club for free, was able to practically touch him, and because it was a club, guys bought me drinks. If anything, I made money. Lols. A couple of months later, I saw him in concert in the US and paid $200 plus $20 for parking. The price difference is uncanny, but it makes sense. Strategically, if Mino can charge the $200 he did per ticket in the US, why wouldn't he? In sum, concert ticket price comes down to customers' perception and their overall willingness to pay. If a customer perceives a certain value of that artist, they will pay that much. And if a customer is willing to pay that much, then artists will charge that much too. Thanks for listening to the reasoning for me never having money and always being in debt to my mom. Thanks.